Hey everybody, Peace Outcast here, back with more Everlasting Summer. So, the first time going through the game, I wanted to try and get together with the nurse. But once I realized that was impossible, I tried to get together with Lena, but I didn't get enough points. We need at least 9 points in favor to get the good ending with Lena. And apparently I didn't even get 6, because if you get between 6 and 9, you get her bad ending, but I didn't even get that. I got like the worst ending, right? Semyon's bad ending. So what we're going to do is attempt to get Lena this time. Gotta get some Lena love, you know? We tried the first time and failed, but it wasn't all bad because we did get that really nice romantic dance on the pier and she gave us a kiss goodbye. So, we can take heart, but at least some of the things did not go horrifically bad. Like, she didn't hate our guts at the end. So, I will come with you. I believe that's what I need to do. Let's just skip all that stuff. Reply? Oh, this is new. Yeah. All right then, welcome. She smiled broadly. Strange, it looked as if I had just a normal girl in front of me. Bah, I shouldn't have returned here. The woods and fields seem better. Oh, okay. We've already seen all that. And there's we first met Lena, but we didn't have a chance to talk to her. Talk to Lena again. Oh, I'm just gonna stand here. Alyssa. Well, apparently Alyssa was okay with that. Let's try to take the cutlet from her. I looked at her menacingly and was about to reach out my hand. See? I don't have it. And indeed, Yolanda's plate was empty. It seemed that the little girl eats as fast as she steals someone's cutlets. I'll leave the keys this time. On the other hand, why would I need them? The night, though dark, wasn't silent at all. One could hear chirping crickets, the sounds of night birds, and rustling trees from everywhere. Ah, Lena, my love. Praise the book. A good book. Thanks. Honestly speaking, I haven't read it, but I think that such literature suits her very well. Lena didn't seem to be interested in continuing the conversation. Well, that's sad. Day 2. Okay. Whatever, let's go here. Skip. Music club. Yeah, Miku, we're coming for you, babe. One of these days. Okay. I guess I'll go alone. Don't think this actually matters. I'll go get them. Fine, they're in my cabin in the desk drawer. I headed to Olga's place. Why did I agree anyway? Then again, what choice did I have? There's nothing to do here at night, at least I'll have some fun. But my mind kept nagging me about this not being a good time for having fun. On the other hand, if there actually exists a camp with pioneers, then it must be someone's doing. And even if it's not true, then the most logical thing is to seek answers here, not in the forests or fields. But at this very moment, the answer is going to play cards. I opened the door with my own key and went inside. To my surprise, there were no cards inside. Instead, it was full of cups, forks, knives, plates, scotch tape, scissors, rubber gloves, a piece of rope, a few plastic bags, pencils, and a few broken pens. Everything except the playing cards. Maybe I should look in the closet. It was full of Olga's clothes, but a small drawer with a keyhole at the top caught my eye. I pulled, but it didn't open. I wonder if she's hiding something. Forcing it to open wasn't the best idea, even though the cards were in there. When I got back, Olga informed me. Sorry, I remembered that the cards are in Slavia's house, or cabin. She fetched them while we were looking. I looked at Slavia. She meekly smiled. Come on, guys. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Alright, now I can skip all that. That was some new dialogue. Now we do not bet with Alyssa. No, I'm not going to participate in your shady business. Sorry about that. You wuss. She shrugged and went up the stairs. Before she went inside, she flung at me. Prepare to face the consequences. Consequences? What if I made the wrong decision? After all, she can really complicate things for me here. On the other hand, I couldn't just allow myself to be pulled into something so reckless. I let out a heavy sigh and followed her through the door. Inside, everything was ready. And okay, a few seconds ago, I thought I still had a slim chance to evade this tournament. Then I wouldn't have to fear Alyssa's revenge or not betting with her. For not betting with her. But this is going to give us points towards Lena, so who cares? But now that hope was gone. It was pure coincidence. Skip tutorial. I hope I remember how to play this game. Play tournament. Oh, I can just skip. Nice, I don't actually have to play. Okay, so I need to lose against Lena. It's still frustrating to lose anyway. I left the canteen. It was still too early to sleep, and a short walk looked like a good idea. Where should I head to? Oh, wow, I have like a ton of options. Interesting. It says that I should go to the football field. Wow, that's a lot of things included in the football field. I wanted to get away. How could I ever lose in the first round? There was no excuse for me. The sports ground seemed to be the best place to go to be alone at the moment. Who would think about playing soccer in the evening? I sat down on a bench near the pitch and started to think about what had happened. Suddenly, from the volleyball field side, I started hearing sounds that seemed to me like sounds of rasping and whistling. Turning, I saw someone desperately swinging his hand. Who was he gesturing to? To my astonishment, it was Lena. She was throwing the shuttlecock up in the air and attempted to strike it with the ratchet. However, to be really, really honest, she sucked at badminton. I was just watching for a while, but then decided to go up to her. I went around the volleyball court and got inside so that she could see me. Lena was as timid as a deer, so I'd rather not repeat previous mistakes. Oh, those are some... Why are her boobs so big? They were not that big before. Hi. She glanced at me and immediately hid the... I don't know how you pronounce that. Oh, I guess it's just racket, right? The racket and shuttlecock behind her back. You like badminton? Not really. I see you're not really getting it. Maybe you want some help? To tell the truth, I was not very good at badminton, but just like any other child, I used to play it from time to time. Let me show you. Thank you. She blushed. I want to join the badminton team, but I don't see it happening, really. I wouldn't even try today, but... She looked up at me. I never have any luck at cards, but seemed like I was on fire today, so I thought it could be the same with badminton. After these words, I realized that losing to Lena is doubly upsetting. I would never think of you as being so keen on sports. She blushed again. Oh, excuse me. Come on, let me show you. I took the racket, threw the shuttlecock up in the air, and struck it with such strength that it flew over the fence and got lost among the trees. Oh, I'm sorry. Wow, didn't expect that for myself. Never mind. Although it was the last one. The last one? Let's go and get it. We'd better not. There is in the forest. What's in there, a goblin? I laughed out loud. Maybe. Seemed like I was the only one joking around. There's no one there to be afraid of. Come on. Well, if you're with me. We went out of the sports ground and started to inspect the trees. All of a sudden, the screech of an owl pierced the night. Oh! Lena got so scared that she seized me with both hands, giving me something like a hug. Sort of? The strong grip was a bit awkward. To feel a girl's body and its warmth so close to me, I was filled with tenderness. I had a deep desire to protect her and to guard her from anyone, even if it's only an owl or another night bird. My only wish was to let this embrace last forever. However, all good things must come to an end sooner or later. After a while, I realized that it was an owlet who was screeching on a branch next to us. It was holding her shuttlecock tightly. Really? Is that what you're so scared of? Uh-huh. Take a look. It isn't scary at all. Lena looked out from behind my back. You're right. Not scary at all. Hey, wait a second. I gently got out of her hug and came closer to the owlet. At first, it seemed that it'd get frightened and fly away, dropping the shuttlecock, but the owlet was still perched there. I succeeded in grasping the shuttlecock and carefully taking it from the bird. Hey, look, it's almost tame. Would you like to pet it? Maybe some other time? I handed the shuttlecock to Lena. Thank you. She smiled gently. I have to go. Good luck at badminton. Lena smiled again and hurried away to camp. Aw, how sweet can a girl get? Aw. Alright, skip. Wow, that was at least something. Hey? Sorry, but I have promised Lena. I was sure that Lena wouldn't mind if I sat next to her. Hold on, wait a second. Sorry, maybe later. I gently loosened my sleeve from her grip and headed to the furthest corner of the canteen. Xenia was shouting something in my direction, but I tried to ignore her. Hi, good morning. Having heard the librarian shouting, Lena had been stealing glances at me for a while. Morning. Strangely enough, she didn't blush, but smiled instead. Do you mind if I join you? I'll get my meal and be back in no time. Yes, sure. Hey. Well, things are certainly going better than they did before. In a minute, I was already sitting in front of her with a simple set of plates on the tray. Porridge, 2 poached eggs, 4 pieces of wheat bread, a boiled sausage, and a glass of compote made of unknown fruits and berries. Have a nice meal. Thanks. I was trying to eat as neatly as I could. No chomping or smearing food or spilling the compote all over myself. Seems that eating like a human and not like a hog was not that hard at all. As usual, Lena remained silent, which means I could start the conversation. Going to the dance tonight? Probably. She was silent for a while. And you? I don't know yet. Though I didn't want to go there at all. I didn't like dance parties since my school days. Why so? What do you mean? My mind was still far away in my school times. Why don't you want to go? I didn't say I don't want to. Okay then. But if you're inviting me... Lena turned red and looked away. I don't really... Sorry, just kidding. I felt confused. Better not joke like that. Fine. Lena said indifferently and focused on her food while her face turned even more red. Why am I stuck on this dance as if we have nothing else to talk about? But wait, is there actually anything? By the way, maybe you know what Xena wanted to ask me? Sorry, Xenia. Huh? I mean, when I just came in, she wanted something from me. I don't know. I see. Conversation reached a dead end, so I tried to seem fully focused on my meal. Lena finished her breakfast first. I should go. See you later. See you. I was finishing chewing on the sausage, which tasted like a twisted pear cable. And on we go. Hi again. Lena emerged from behind the nurse's back. Seems strange that I hadn't noticed her until now. Strange, she seemed more spirited during lunch. Oh wait, there are lots of boxes. The Pioneer's always ready. Okay, I will come. Nice. And, I should go look for answers. I should go take a look. Who cares? I'd better keep on. I don't think either of these matter. I need to go to the dance party is the next thing. Oh yeah. Alyssa. I don't remember what she was even asking. Between shame at the dance party and that name that I can't pronounce, mad guitar skills, I'd pick the latter. Oh, I hope I haven't screwed things up. Oh, that would be bad. She smiled strangely. I already had my arrangements with Alyssa. He'll come. He's got nowhere to go, Yolanda said happily. He will come for sure. I still need to go to the dance party. Maybe I did screw things up. That would suck. I'd have to redo all of this. Yeah, I'll run away. Whatever. Oh, right. Ended up on Slavia. I'm going to see Alyssa instead of going to the dance. So it's time then. Damn it. Can I not go back and change? What do I do now? Nope. Go to the dance party. Go to the dance party. Forget Alyssa. Oh, wow. That's... I don't remember the things lighting up like that. That was really nice. Okay. Spending lots of time with Lena. Well, there could be... Ooh, an outlet? I laughed. Oh, you. A shadow of displeasure crossed her face. Never mind. Sorry. If you want to. Ah. Okay, getting her a nice dance in. Sweet. Things seem to be still progressing pretty well. Alyssa looked as usual. Didn't seem like she was going to start a fight over me missing the performance I'd promised to come to see before. Well, if she doesn't feel like talking about it, then why should I? Good. Thank goodness I didn't mess that up. Whew. Alright, whatever. Here. Oh, this is where she locks me in. Ah, 'cause you're a loser. And why is that? 'Cause you're afraid to compete with me. When? When we played cards. What a serious reason. Yeah? Maybe I should apologize to you? I asked sarcastically. Okay then. It's still a stupid idea. If Shurk was hiding anywhere in the camp, he would have been found by now, of course. Assuming he wants to be found. So I hardly think I can help them. I should just go to sleep until the next opportunity to see Lena. Together with this thought, I enter the cabin and stretch myself on the bed. Nothing good will happen if Olga finds me here. Stop. Enough. I am just some trembling creature, or do I have rights? I didn't want to do anything anyway. The day was just as hot as the previous ones, and the only thing to do was to stay in bed and wait for lunch. I was just falling asleep when somebody knocked on the door. Come in. Slavia stood on the doorstep. Olga isn't here, is she? Nope. And what are you doing? She asked with suspicion. I looked over myself, laying on the bed, and said, "Laying down?" "I can see that. But I heard Olga asked you to find Shark." "Well, yes. And? What's the point? I'm sure she already turned the whole camp upside down. Not much time has passed. So why should we panic? You know, stuff could happen." Slavia looked at me thoughtfully. "Get up." "Do I have to?" I was so worn out that even the thought of going somewhere frightened me. "Yes, you do." Slavia is not a person who I could ever say no to. Stood up reluctantly and went out of the cabin with her. We stood at the doorway for some time, relaxing in the beams of the summer sun. Though it was rather terrifying. No, I was rather frying? Rather frying? Where should we go? We have to look everywhere. Great idea. Just great. First stop on our route was the library. Slavia went to Xenia, sitting at the table, and spoke to her. I just stood in the doorway. I didn't want to communicate with this librarian any more than necessary. A few minutes later, Slavia came back to me. "So?" "Nothing." She shook her head. "As expected." The canteen. We still had time before lunch starts, so there is no usual crowd of pioneers. It was empty inside and outside of the building. While Slavia was talking to cooks, I was sitting and playing with a salt shaker. Some salt spilled out of the pot. Certainly, I would be worried if I was superstitious. Strangely enough, he wasn't here either. It would be expected if she'd found him, for instance, in the refrigerator. Ugh. The next stop, according to our plan, was the infirmary. I decided not to go inside and waited outside for Slavia. No results. There were pioneers playing football on sports ground. It'd be hard for Shirk to get lost among them. Finally, we reached the clubhouse. Think he could be here? I'd think that's the first place people would search. Let's go in. Empty inside. Slavia opened the door and went into the next room. I followed her. Ah, hey, we never actually got in here in the first time through playing the game. This all seemed to me to be a stupid undertaking. This was strange, especially because it was Slavia's idea. I mean, I understand responsibility and so on, but isn't it obvious that he isn't in the camp? After all, he isn't playing hide and seek with us, is he? No one here either. What do you expect? He'd be sitting in a closet? Well, seems like I've offended her. Sorry, but seriously. I understand, but we have to check all possibilities. Okay, listen, what do you really think? About Shirk's disappearance? Yes. Maybe he went into the forest and has been caught by a forest spirit. She laughed at that. What a fabulous story. However, in this camp, you never know. Yes, true that. But now isn't the time for jokes. Cheer up. We'll find him. I hope so. Slavia smiled. Well, I still have some things to do. See you later. She left, but I was standing there for some time staring at the Cybernetics Club's closet. However, I was so inspired by Slavia's actions, I decided to continue searching somewhere else. Wherever that may be, all over the place. You'd look gorgeous in it, my love. Thank you. Alright, I'm just being completely honest. We were quiet for some time. Got food poisoning from the canteen. Considering the local cuisine, it's not that surprising. Maybe. He smirked. I see you're still alive and kicking. Well, I'm not complaining. Bye. Lena ran out of the infirmary, slamming the door. Ask about the bundle? I don't know. What's in it? Nothing. She blushed. Thank you. You're welcome. Slavia ran away? Seemed like I shouldn't have asked. Heh. I looked at the time. And let's not give her the activated carbon. I think that's a terrible idea. Really? Stomachache? Don't eat the apple. Wow. Boom. All right, now we want to go with Lena. Which we did do the other time, so I got, you know, part of the way. Go left. Can I just skip these? Do I have to go right? That's so psychotic. Going at the speed. Okay, tell her you went alone. Yes, alone. All alone. So, what about Sherrick? Whatever. Over there. I was desperately hungry. I always took good care of my health, and even better care at the times when something started to hurt badly. And now I was able to walk and my feet weren't even hurting much. So my feet will heal up eventually when my hunger can't wait. I decided to take advantage of Electronique's invitation. In the end, knowing the local pioneers, it was smart to assume that there wasn't even a piece of stale bread left at the canteen. And the Cybernetics Club actually somewhat And the Cybernetics Club actually somewhat owe me. They owe you what? They owe you food? With such thoughts, I approached the club's building and heard screams coming from it. I tried to listen closely, but I couldn't figure out anything. Give it back! What is that? No, I won't. Yolanda was running around the room with a coil of wire in her hands, chased by Sherrick. Guys, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but give it back! They didn't even give me a bit of attention. No, I won't. Sherrick, completely caught up in the chase, slipped past me, almost knocking me down. Hey! Yolanda was running in circles around the room, laughing cheerfully. Wonder what she needs this wire for. Meanwhile, the head of the Cybernetics Club was looking fine even after yesterday's madness. One could even say he was looking fresh. But this probably wouldn't help him to catch Yolanda. She was smaller, more agile, and faster after all. She could easily drive him to exhaustion. Hey! Yolanda ran up to me and hid behind my back. Sherrick, in his turn, left the club, slamming the door on his way out. He was offended, it seems. Hey, what's wrong with you? You won't catch me. She looked at Electronique, who was silently observing all the silly running, and stuck out her tongue at him. Samian, take the wire away from her. And why do you need it in the first place? You don't have enough wire or something? He was trying to catch Yolanda, who was hiding behind me. He moved to the right while she moved to the left. He moved to the left, so she moved to the right. In the end, I got tired of this and grabbed the wire from Yolanda with one dexterous move. Give it to me. Give it back, she shouted resentfully. No, I won't. Stop horsing around. I held the wire above my head so Yolanda, with her height, couldn't possibly get it. Thank you. Okay, fine. She snorted and turned away from me. Why did you need it in the first place? That's none of your business. Yolanda looked at me slyly. Do we need to tell everyone that you... I shut her mouth with my hand and dragged her along to the exit. Okay, we need to go, I told Electronique while giggling stupidly. And what did you come for? Nothing. Once outside, I let the kicking Yolanda free. Hear me out. You realized that this was an accident. Even more so, it was caused by you. I know nothing. Facts are facts. You were watching us. Aww. What would Olga think? On the other hand, on the one hand, I didn't want to care in the slightest what the camp leader would say, but on the other, everything was against me. And in my position, it would be better to not get myself into such a situation. Fine, maybe we could make a deal somehow. She started to think. I know. I anticipated the worst. You bring me that wire. What do you need it for? I need it for my needs? Okay, let's assume I get it. You won't tell anybody? I give you the word of a pioneer. I could hardly believe her. On the other hand, it was just a coil of wire, so why shouldn't I try? Oh, refuse. No wire for you. Enough already. Then I'll tell everything. You'll tell everything anyway, or Alyssa will. Get lost. Yeah, sure, if it was my fault. It is. You were watching us. No, I wasn't. I wasn't. I swear. No matter. But no matter how you slice it, I actually was. Alyssa doesn't think so. She doesn't agree with me about a lot of things. And Olga won't be happy either. You know what? I started to lose my temper. If you want to tell everything, go ahead right now, and don't forget to mention that the government's default, world depression, global warming, and the Genesis flood are all my fault too. Ah, come on, stop overreacting like that. I was joking. Joking? I suddenly realized that I really was wound up too much. Your jokes are stupid, and what am I supposed to do every time? Guess if it's real or not? Yep. She grinned. It's more fun that way. Yolanda turned around and ran towards the square, waving her hand in parting. Still, you can't deal with her in a harmonious way. I sighed and went back to the club's quarters. There is so much that I haven't read yet, so let's pick this up in the next episode. Hopefully we'll get a little bit closer. I don't know how far we have to go, how much dialogue there is to get to Yolanda's ending, or to Lena's ending, but yeah, we'll see what happens in the next episode. Thanks for joining me.